Hello and welcome back. I'm Chrissy, for those of you who don't know me, who's going to be most of you. Today we are going to customize some more clothing items. So I have two shirts here next to me. One of them is this brownish pinkish color, and then the other one is this like light yellowy brown Rossiana color. And I have 3 sheets of transfer paper. So this is paper that you can use on an inkjet printer and print onto it and then iron it on to clothes. So since I have 3 transfer papers and 2 shirts, I'm going to do like a little pocket, kind of like the shirt that I'm wearing. I'm gonna put a little like design right here on where the pocket would go, and then a big design on the back. So, and you're gonna watch me paint what designs I'm putting onto these shirts. So let's just go ahead and get started. We're gonna start by painting.
Welcome to the voiceover portion of this video. I know that I was just talking to you, but I'm going to continue talking to you. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what my inspiration was for these shirts and why I decided to paint frogs on mushrooms. So to start with, I have a popular, I would say, print / painting in my shop, and then I sell at art markets. It's my original frog on a mushroom. It's like a frog, a white tree frog on a red mushroom, the typical red mushroom with white spots on it, and I really like it. And everyone always tells me, Carissy, you should make more frogs on mushrooms. Specifically, before I had made more frogs on mushrooms, they were telling me this. So I decided to hit 2 birds with 1 stone and paint more frogs on mushrooms and turn them into shirts and prints. So that's what I've done. I'm painting a milk frog. That is the first frog that I'm painting, that hopefully you're still seeing. And then I'm painting a tree frog, just a standard tree frog on some mushrooms, and I'm super into them. I'm really excited about them. I can't quite remember which types of mushrooms I've painted at this point, but I'm sure someone who knows mushrooms a lot better can tell me down below and will tell me down below, so apologies for my not knowing there. Anyways, I hope you enjoy watching me paint these frogs on mushrooms, and if you would like to see more frogs / amphibians on mushrooms, check out my website, because I have some prints. I have the original frog on a mushroom, I have the milk frog and the tree frog you see here, and then I also have a special guest salamander. Lenny, the Rocky Mountain salamander, is a pet of a friend of mine, and I painted him also on a mushroom. So all 4 of those are available as 8x10 prints on my website if you're interested. Anyways, enjoy me painting the rest of these frogs and creating the rest of the shirts. I hope you are into it, and we will chat later.
Okay, so I have finished printing my transfers. The only issue really is this one. The head was cut off. It looked like the printer kind of struggled to get the paper in because it's so like flimsy, and I think that the paper just kind of was delayed in terms of like when the printing started. But I think it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna fix it for this frog, instead of just having a square in the background, I'm gonna kind of cut around the shape of everything and put it on the back. I have my iron heating up. My next step is to cut out the shapes, and then I'll be able to iron it on. The directions say to iron it image up, and then they don't say to put a piece of like parchment paper on top of this so that it doesn't ruin your iron, but I'm going to do that. Yep, so let's try and see how that works. I am done with the activity. I have finished creating the shirts and I do really like them. Here are some pros and cons. First of all, these were very easy to make. The transfer paper worked really well as far as I'm concerned. I was worried that I got transfer paper for white fabric, and so I was worried that since this shirt is a little bit darker that it wouldn't transfer very well, but it transferred great. The one thing that I am worried about is laundering these. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. They say that when you launder it, you should flip it inside out so that the image is on the inside and then hand wash it. I do hope that by laundering it, it will become a little bit more pliable. The transfer will become a little bit more flexible, because right now it's like hard. Like it's, especially this one, because it's like a full sheet on my back. It's not flexible at all. And it sounds like a piece of paper. I also think that I'm going to add on this outdoor sun and water shield Scotchgard spray, because this is Inkjet ink and I have used not these specific transfer papers, but similar transfer papers on tote bags for my art markets, and some of those that I left out all season have bleached, unfortunately. So I'm hopeful that this Scotchgard sun protection will help that from happening on these shirts. I'm really happy with how they turned out. You guys, who knows, already might have seen that I customized some jeans. I hand painted 3 pairs of jeans and I've been really enjoying wearing those around, and so I'm glad to add these shirts to my repertoire. Anywhoosies, thanks for watching. If you want to stick around, feel free to subscribe, because I'll be obviously back at it in 2 weeks doing something just as fun.